Picture this. It's 11:30 p.m. on a Tuesday. You're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, and you're doing that mental math we all do. You've got maybe $1,200 in your savings. Your rent or mortgage is due in 10 days, and you just spent the last 8 hours building someone else's dream for a paycheck that barely covers the cost of your commute. You have this incredible idea, this thing you know could work, but every time you sit down to start, your brain just freezes. You feel like you're standing at the bottom of a mountain without a map. If that sounds like you, you're not alone. That's literally the starting point for 90% of the world's most successful founders. But here's the thing. The reason you're stuck isn't because you lack talent. It's because you're trying to build a house without a blueprint. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to write a business plan so you can finally start your own business this year. No more one day. We're doing this now. I've seen so many people, smart, capable people, throw away their life savings because they thought passion was a substitute for a plan. Spoiler alert, it's not. In 2026, the market is faster and noisier than ever. If you don't have a strategy, you're just a loud person in a crowded room. Most people think a business plan is this 50-page, dusty document you write just to please a bank manager in a suit. That is a total lie. Today, we're talking about the lean plan. It's short, it's aggressive, and it's designed to actually make you money, not just look pretty in a binder. Here's what people don't realize. Your brain is actually wired to make you fail at business. It's called the planning fallacy. Psychologically, we are optimists. We overestimate our skills and underestimate the time and costs involved. According to recent data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, about 20% of new businesses fail within their first year. By year 5, that number jumps to 50%. Why? It's rarely because the product was bad. It's usually because of cash flow mismanagement. You think, great, I just need to sell 67 units to break even on my monthly costs. But here's where it gets interesting, and where people mess up. You forgot customer acquisition cost, CAC. If it costs you $25 in ads just to get one customer to spend that $50, your actual profit isn't $30, it's $5. Now, to cover that $2,000 rent, you don't need 67 customers, you need 400. Do you see the difference? Without a plan, you're not running a business, you're running a very expensive hobby. Wait, before we go any further, I need you to do something. If you are watching this and you've already spent money on a logo or business cards, but you haven't written down how you're going to find your first 10 customers, I want you to pause this video and realize you are doing it backwards. You're buying the curtains before you've laid the foundation. It's okay, I've done it too. But we're stopping that habit right here. You might be thinking, but I'm not a math person. I just want to bake cakes or code apps. I get it, but business is the language of value. Here is the 3-step actionable framework for your 2026 plan. Step 1. The problem/solution fit. You won't believe how many people start a business because they like the idea. Nobody cares what you like. The market only cares about what it needs. Your plan needs to answer, what is the specific pain point? Is it a vitamin, which is nice to have, or a painkiller, that is must have? In 2026, people are cutting vitamins. They are buying painkillers. Step 2. The psychological revenue model. This is an analogy I love. Business is like a professional sport. Your revenue is your points, but your cash flow is your oxygen. You can be winning on points, but if you run out of oxygen, the game is over. Your plan must list your burn rate, exactly how much money is leaving your bank account every single month, regardless of sales. Step 3. The traction roadmap. How do you get from 0 to 1? Don't just say social media. That's not a plan, that's a hope. You need to identify where your audience lives. If you're selling B2B software, you're on LinkedIn. If you're selling handmade jewelry, you're on TikTok Shop. Be specific. You have to be intentional about everything. Now, some of you are thinking, but what if my plan changes? Isn't it a waste of time? Here's the secret. The plan will change. In fact, I guarantee it. But the act of planning is what develops your business muscles. It's like an athlete studying film. The game never goes exactly like the film, but the athlete who studied is the one who can pivot when things go wrong. Now this is where it gets really interesting. Most people fail because they are afraid of the numbers. They think if they don't look at their bank account, the bad news isn't real. That's a psychological defense mechanism called information avoidance. But in business, the truth will set you free. But first, it's probably going to make you really frustrated. Embrace the frustration. It's the sound of you getting smarter. Look, starting a business is the hardest thing you will ever do. It's a psychological roller coaster that will test every insecurity you have. But writing that plan? That's you taking the controls. You're telling the world and yourself that you're no longer just a dreamer. You're an architect. You have the tools. You have the why and the how. Now, all you need is to act. If this video helped clarify the fog even a little bit, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. It genuinely helps grow the channel and allows me to keep making these deep dives to help you win. Comment below with the word architect if you're committing to finishing your plan this week. I'll be jumping into the comments to answer your specific questions. Go build something great. I'll see you in the next one.